churro, writer, eater, traveler. An innovative culture of brewing and distilling has arrived in New York City. I'm going to explore it all and introduce you to the people making the drinks so many of us enjoy and attempt to make today. Join me for the ride here on In the Spirit. This week, I found myself in a surprising location, a basement. Kevin Herson has done more with his basement than most. Behind the sump pump and storage boxes is a full, functioning Absinthe Distillery. Kevin was kind enough to invite me over to learn more about the underground operation. Why absinthe?
Why absinthe? Well, it was an experiment from the start, and it was almost like a little laboratory downstairs in the basement. We had this space and we said, all right, let's utilize it, let's do something with the space. I started distilling whiskey, I started experimenting with a moonshine, a white lightning, and I just had always had an affinity to the whole thing about absinthe is kind of mysterious and intriguing, and it's just something that people aren't doing in New York.
When the absinthe is in its various stages,
right,
fermenting away in the basement, what else are you doing with your time?
I have a full-time day job. This is my night gig. I work as a commodity broker. I used to work on the old the NIBOT, the trading floor, in the pits, screaming and shouting, buy and sold of agricultural products. And now, since they closed that, I'm working in an office, a desk job, so it's not as exciting, but I get my excitement out of my absinthe.
How did you learn about all of this? Was it just like reading books?
It was reading tons of things, online books, talking to people, and to be quite honest with you, a ton of experimentation because I made a good amount of bad booze when I first started, which was used as fire starter basically for the barbecue or the pit over there.
Okay. Educate me. Tell me what the process is of making absinthe.
Okay, it's quite a complicated process, but it takes time and you need to finesse it a little.
Step 1. Grind spelt malted barley and sugar. Step 2. Mix with water, sugar, and yeast. Step 3. Let sit for 1 week. Step 4. Siphon off fluid and run through still to get the raw spirit. Step 5. Add herbs and let steep for 1 week. Step 6. Distill again. Step 7. Dilute the spirit with New York tap water and throw in more herbs. Let sit for a few more days. Step 8. Finally, bottle and drink. The absinthe hits you with a strong anise flavor, and the minty green hue makes you feel like you're consuming an apothecary concoction. So are you thinking of expanding, or is this going to stay in the basement for now?
No, we're going to move the entire operation from the basement, and we will open up what I believe will be the first absinthe distillery in, well, it will be in the city, but in Brooklyn, say.
Okay.
Somewhere in Brooklyn.
Okay. The mystery. Yeah. Where to find Doc's spirit.
Yeah, you'll find out.
In the coming months, keep your eyes peeled for Doc's all-natural spirits in bars around the city.